And hello to you. It's Meteorologist Jim Caldwell here on the Alert Center for WKYT. And today has been, it hasn't been a rough day as far as severe weather is concerned, but it's been a rough day with the heavy rain. The heavy rain has been present, causing more flooding and more flash flooding and keeping those chances elevated here. Now, all over the place, we're seeing it. We have a whole ton of flash flood and flood warnings that are out. So let's get right to our first alert radar network so you can see what's happening. And there it is. I will say this, the rain is not as heavy as it once was, and it's trying to change its whole trajectory, which is what we need, but it's not over forever. You're going to get a break, but it's not over forever, just like what you're seeing here out into eastern Kentucky. Watch that flow. A lot of the heaviest stuff is going to stop for several hours. You might run into something scattered a little later. But now I know we've got a little stripe there that's basically aligning along Highway 80 and then out along the extension there of the Hal Rogers Parkway. All right, I know that's there. You got some showers and heavy rain and even an occasional thunderstorm. Well, here in Lexington, it's all lifting north as well. You're watching that side of it. You see E-Town, watch the rain in the beginning of this and watch it at the end. Notice everything is moving north. Okay, it's moving east, yes, but the in general location and placement of the swath of rain is moving north. Here's your wide view. There you see it's pushing north again. Out to our west, look at that across Missouri, how that's going from central Missouri out to St. Louis. That's happening, and that will keep lifting. Flood watch remains in place. Flood warnings remain in place. It's very active, and that continues through your Sunday. Now, some of these river flood warnings are going to extend beyond that because it'll take time. Just like we saw with the last river flood event, it takes a little time for all the rivers to be filled and all the creeks and streams and everything that contributes to them to cause the high water. Slight risk, marginal risk for Saturday. So we're going to do it again. We're talking severe thunderstorms that will be out there with all weather types possible. Now, with all weather types possible, we could run into some more damaging wind, more tornadoes, and yes, even some hail. So here's the hour by hour, the rest of the day. See that scattered chance it goes up? All right, pay attention to that. But also look at, it's 58 in Covington, it's 85 in Williamsburg. That could happen today. Now we move on. The scattered chance continues, few showers, thunderstorms. We're quiet. It's 3:15 in the morning, and we're still quiet. But look at this. You get into morning hours there around 7, 8, 9, when folks, especially on a Saturday, are up and starting to stir around a little bit more, and you got rain. And then you've got more. And then the big part of this comes. Now, the fact that we had rain, keeping everything super saturated, it's already out there. But this right here, this line of thunderstorms, that might pack enough of a punch to deliver severe weather into that window between about 6 and 9 for our area. And then it will continue to move through eastern Kentucky. After that, it's general rains, and they'll finally start backing off as we head toward the nighttime hours on your Sunday. Look at how close that wintry stuff is to you. I think eventually that does show up in our skies. I really do think we end up with some wintry stuff. Now, it's not going to be anything that's going to stick or anything like that, but that's what kind of a change we need to get out of this pattern, because we've been in a holding pattern with this stationary front for the past couple of days. It's just parked over the area, and it's lifting north right now. That's what's getting the rain. It follows the track, friends. It follows the track. That's where the steady rain will be, as closer to the front. So as it lifts, we're going to be a little drier. Now, it's not going to be exceptionally dry because it's soaked outside, but you're not going to be tracking a lot falling from the sky. And then we get that big drive in here for tomorrow night. And that could lead to the severe weather chance again. So we will stay on top of it right here on WKYT and on WKYT.com, through the news app, through the weather app, and of course, as always, through social media, right here on Facebook and what we can contribute to YouTube as well. So we will always keep you informed. You all have a safe rest of your day. Remember, don't try to travel through any of those high waters. We've already lost one young person because of water today, okay? So we don't want to report stories like that. It's a tragic situation, and it can get worse in a hurry. But just stay safe, and we'll be back on television here in about 18 minutes. See ya.